Hi guys, my name is Summer and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a Lisa Frank inspired cowboy boot, but I need to fix my mold first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some silicone and we're going to just put a thin layer over top of all the areas that have the busted up parts of the boot. And then we are going to let it cure. And that's it. This is just an easy way that you can fix your molds if you molded something and something didn't go right, or maybe the silicone had bubbles in it. You can just do a top layer coat and it will smooth everything out. Now the reason why my mold got screwed up is because the boot that I made the mold of floated and I didn't think it was going to float. I thought that the transfer tape that I used to hold it down was going to hold and it wasn't going to float anywhere, but I was wrong. So then I had to weigh it down with some, I have some crushed glass in containers. I just put 2 or 3 of those down on top. I was hoping it wouldn't damage the actual boot that I was molding, which it didn't, which is nice. But it did end up making it so that I had to pour 2 different days to make the mold instead of just doing it all in one pour. And the silicone will self-level, so all I'm doing is I'm putting enough in there just so that it creeps up to all of the edges, because I don't want any like fisheye looking areas where I didn't have enough silicone, because then that's going to show up in your mold. Now that I'm done spreading it all out, I'm just going to cover it up so no dust lands in it, and then we'll be back the next day. So it is the next day. Now our mold should be nice and smooth. We shouldn't have any of those rough areas anymore. So the idea is, being this is a Lisa Frank boot, I thought leopard print, because they always had the leopards, you know. And Lisa Frank is always crazy colors, bright neons, and I figured that would be great for this boot. So because I couldn't lay the stencil flat, I decided to go in and cut out the pieces that I wanted to fit the parts of the boot. So that's what I do first. I cut out the pieces, I lay them out on the boot, and then once I have everything good, then I start coloring in where I want to color with the mica powder. Now the reason I only put stencil in the one side of the top of the boot is because they're mirrored images of each other. So once I put the mica in those stencils, I can just take them, flip them over and put them on the other side, and then we'll have the same look on both sides. Now I'm trying to choose my colors. I have a neon, it was either the neon set or it was the glow in the dark set from Eye Candy. I don't remember which one or if I bought both. I can't remember. But I do choose some neon colors because that just screams Lisa Frank to me. And then we get to coloring the leopard print. And these micas are a bit grainier than the normal micas that I'm used to using. I think it's because they are the glow-in-the-dark ones. So they're a little bit more chunky. So they don't stick to the silicone as nicely as other micas do. I think they're more meant to be mixed in the resin and not painted onto a mold. So I'm just painting sections in different colors, and I'm going to make it like a gradient going down. I'll start with one color, go in with another, and then once I get to the end of the colors, I'll repeat all the way until the bottom of the boot. If I try this boot again with the same technique, I would probably leave all the extra mica around the leopard print because I think it looked really good. And if I would have poured back on the black, or black on the back, then all the areas around the leopard print pattern would have been black, and I think it would have made them pop more. But I'm still happy with the way it turned out. It would have also taken me a lot less time because then I wouldn't have had to clean up all that extra mica everywhere. So here is where I start taking the stencil on one side and moving it to the other. I pick a piece out, I wipe it off, and then I flip it over so that way it is reverse than it was before. So you're basically just flipping them over and putting them directly on the other side where they were on the previous side. Now we're going to go in and do that separated portion of the boot, and that is going to be the black Let's Resin Chrome pigment. Now I'm going to use Let's Resin's holographic silver mica powder, and I'm going to do these areas at the top of the boot that kind of look like a little design, little filigree area. I'm just going to fill those up first, and then I'll clean up where the black goes, and then I'll put the black on. Now I'm going to go in with a Q-tip and I'm going to clean up that bottom area because I want a strip of black there because that is the bottom of the shoe. So I want it to go from the front of the shoe all the way to the heel, and then the heel will be black as well. Now I'm going in and I'm cleaning off that rim because I want to paint it black. So I got to make sure I don't have any of the holographic silver on there or any of the other colors. Now I'm going to lift the mold up and I'm going to try and tap out as much as I can of that extra mica before I go and clean up, because if I had did it after the cleanup, then I would have just made a mess and had to clean up again. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this boot done again in the same process, but leave all that color on there instead of cleaning it off. I think it would look a lot better. I'm not totally sure. I think it might even make it, the leopard print, look like it's glowing. So, you know, let me know in the comments what you think. So I'm interested in hearing. Now I've got my resin mixed up, and all I added to this was some Tea Expert pigment paste and some of that crystal white Arteza mica powder that I like. I think I should have left the mica powder out because it kind of gives it this off-white color instead of a bright white. That's my only regret with this. And gotta use the really good spatula to get all that stuff out. I love these things. And now it is cured and we're ready to demold. So let's see how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty awesome. I like the way the colors pop. The silver isn't as nice as it would have been on black. And there is a lot of white in the piece, but I still like it. But I still do think it might look better the other way. So, we'll see if I do it again. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. It always helps my videos when you do that. It gets out to more people see it. I'd like to reach 1,000 subscribers eventually, so that way I can get monetized. And I'd like to be able to do more stuff, especially mold making. I have a lot of fun making molds.